The night sky, full of stars, glistened as a campfire crackled and danced in the wilderness. Nestled in this tranquil haven was a group of friends, their faces illuminated by the warm, flickering glow of the campfire. The air was filled with the sound of laughter and the swapping of tales, each story more outrageous than the last. Among them was a certain individual, a notorious prankster known for his wit and charm. He had a twinkle in his eye that night, a mischievous plan brewing in his mind. Seeking to add a pinch of excitement to the evening, he spun a tale. A small lie about a mythical creature said to wander these very woods. It was a tale woven with humour, intended to be nothing more than a harmless jest. As the laughter died down, an eerie silence fell over the group. The prankster's grin widened. A small lie had planted a seed of thrill. Just as the last embers of the campfire began to die, a scream echoed through the woods. The sharp, piercing sound sliced through the calm night, leaving a trail of unease amongst the group of friends huddled around the fire. Their faces, already ashen from the tales spun by their resident prankster, turned ghostly white at the sound. The prankster, an incorrigible fellow with a knack for tall tales, had been regaling them with stories of a mythical creature said to roam these very woods. Now he seized this opportunity to fan the flames of their fear. "Could it be?" he whispered, his voice trembling with feigned terror. "Could it be the creature I was telling you about?" A wave of panic swept over the group. The air was suddenly thick with the scent of fear and burning rubber, as one friend in a fit of panic started running in circles, while another, in a moment of sheer terror, accidentally flung his shoe into the dying campfire. Their reactions, while utterly terrifying for them, were truly comic in nature. Meanwhile, the prankster struggled to keep his mirth under control. His eyes sparkled with mischief as he watched the chaos unfold. As the chaos ensued, the prankster couldn't help but chuckle at the pandemonium his small lie had caused. As the night grew darker, so did the lie, growing larger and more terrifying. Under the shroud of the night and the flickering light of the campfire, the prankster continued spinning his tale. He was now describing a mythical creature so eerie and spine-chilling that it would make the bravest of hearts shudder. The creature, as he narrated, had glowing red eyes, sharp claws, and a roar that could echo through the forest, freezing anyone who heard it in absolute terror. The friends huddled closer, their eyes darting around nervously with every rustle in the bushes. The once tranquil forest now seemed to be teeming with unseen terrors. Every shadow transformed into the mythical creature in their minds, and every sound was its ominous approach. The air was thick with tension, the friends now hilariously paranoid. Meanwhile, the prankster sat back, relishing every moment of this. The fear in his friends' eyes, their nervous glances, the way they jumped at every small noise, it was all so amusing. But as he watched them, a twinge of guilt began to creep into his heart. His harmless prank had taken a life of its own, and he began to question whether he had gone too far. The prankster looked at his terrified friends, his laughter dying in his throat. His small lie had indeed become a beast of its own. As dawn broke, the prankster decided it was time to slay the beast of his creation. Gathering his friends around the dying embers of the campfire, he confessed. There was no mythical creature, no beast lurking in the shadows. It was all a lie, a harmless prank that had spiraled out of control. Their initial annoyance quickly gave way to relief and eventually laughter. The night's terror transformed into a morning of mirth. In the midst of their laughter, they discussed the power of a small lie, how it could bloom into a terror that consumed their peace of mind and stirred up unnecessary fear and stress. The prankster, humbled by the chaos he had caused, apologized. He made a solemn promise to think twice before weaving such tales in the future. As they packed up their camp, they took with them not just their belongings, but a lesson learned, that a small lie, no matter how harmless it seems, can create a big mess.